Welcome to this demo class on object-oriented programming. Myself, N. Karthikeyan, Assistant Professor, Department of CSE, Government College of Engineering, Singipudi, Tanjavur. In this video, I'm going to explain the concept of hierarchical inheritance. So we know that inheritance is the process of accessing the property of one classes into another class. And there are different kind of inheritance is supported by the programming language. So one is the single level inheritance, multi-level inheritance, hierarchical inheritance, multiple inheritance, and hybrid inheritances. So normally the hybrid inheritance is a process of deriving the classes. We are using more than one level or one type of inheritance is called a hybrid. So that normally in application there is 4 type of inheritance plays a major role. So in this video, just I'm going to explain the concept of how to implement the concept of hierarchical inheritance. So here in the hierarchical inheritance means that there is only one base class and there are more than one derived class we are going to derive. Then it is called as hierarchical inheritance. The hierarchical inheritance means only one base class and n number of derived classes which is derived from the base. Then it is called as hierarchical inheritance. So that we need to create an object for every derived class to access the properties. Okay, let us discuss with one simple example. Write a Java program to maintain the details of the GPA details of a student in different semesters. In every semester, just I can modify the problem statement. So in every semester. So this is my objective. As is not here, I'm going to consider two semesters. So just I'm going to create one new program. So just I'm going to have the student information. It is the base. So I'm going to maintain the details of the student semester 1 for the above student. So inheritance means that we have to use the keyword as extends from student. So I'm going to define. So also I'm going to maintain the details of the semester 2 by using the base class as a student. So from there are 2 derived classes is there from the class student. So that this is called hierarchical inheritance. Just I'm going to maintain I'm going to create a class for accessing those classes, so that I'm going to create a single entry point. So just it's a creator. So I told that even if you want to access all the properties, we need to use if you want to access the different derived classes, we need to create an object for the separate every derived classes and to access it. Okay, so here first of all I'm going to complete the base class. Here I'm going to create I'm going to maintain the details of register number. So for the register number, just I'm going to use a constructor to maintain the register number of the student. So the register number, so this dot register number equal to, so here the data member name and the name of your local variables are same. So now the base class is derived, so that I'm going to use the derived classes. So here I'm going to maintain the details of GPA. So further just I'm going to create a class is called constructor. It must consist of the 2 field. One is for register number. Another one is for GPA. So just I think everything here I'm going to use only as a constructor. If you want, you can use some methods. I can do that. But just for implementation, simple implementation, just I'm passing. So we know that this register number will be initialized on base class, so that by using super, just I call to the base class. Then I'm going to copy from the CGPR from the local variable to instance variable. Then I'm going to print the values. So void, I'm going to use my function name is display. So system.out.print lh register number equal to reg_no. So simply plus I'm going to print the value of GPA in semester 1 equal to, I'm going to print the GPA. So the function works over. Here I didn't use any calculations and all. If you want, you can use a different type of manipulation. If you want, you can do that. But for this application, I don't want any informations. That's the same field I needed for the semester 2 also. So just I can do copy paste. But only thing is the constructor names are different. In the printf statement, just a small correction I need. So that the semester 2 class definitions also over. So so that I'm just we know that there are two derived classes is there, so that we need to create a two separate update for the two derived classes. So sem2 object name equal to new sem2, but actually it is an error because we are using the parameterized constructor, so that we are going to pass that register number along with the CGPA. The same way here also I'm going to mention the same register number, then you are going to maintain the different CGPA. So then you can call the method display, but here there is no there is no problem on overriding because the sem1 and sem2 are two different derived classes. There is no link with sem1 and sem2. So that here it is not a method overriding. So just I'm going to come save it. So this is for this for student. So that I'm going to say student.java. So now I'm going to compile. So Java student.java. So here, Java C compilation for student.java and wait for error. So no error. So just I'm going to run it. So Java M. So the CGPA is maintained. So that we know that even though there are two there is for a sem1. There are two memory, there are two data member we need to reconsider. One is for GPA, which is defined in semester 1 class. And we are reusing the register number. So this is for semester. So this is for another one data member consider. So for this semester number 1, semester 1 it allocates 4 plus 4. That is 8 bytes will be allocated. And for sem2 also, for sem2 object S2 also, it allocates 8 bytes. So if you can use any type of manipulation, we can do that for implementation of this hierarchical inheritance. So, so this is a simple way to implement the concept of hierarchical inheritance. Thank you.